Oh.
Oh,
burn.
I mean,
Alright.
Oh.
I think we're live now.
Oh my god, I love this video.
what video? We have a
The-
video?
Yeah. So we're going live.
Oh, I want to see this video.
Pre-show.
Hey, we're live.
Hi, everybody
Don't
on the
drink whiskey.
twitch.tv
Yeah,
slash
alright, guys.
media accounts that aren't
We are
watching
live
this.
right now.
Nobody's watching
I
it.
have more to tell.
Oh, someone's watching.
Ooh, we have a person.
Suck.
Stop.
Get out of here! We don't take kindly to your types
Whoa.
around here. Stop
There's
watching
totally... Look at that. Do it. There we go. Look at that. Can you see that?
Oh, nice.
us. Ooh.
You're over here. I should change that, but whatever.
That's so weird.
Here.
Yeah, I should probably like switch around where people are and stuff like that.
There. Now I'm looking at you. Chad is over here.
All I see is sup in the chat. Sup!
I feel so self-conscious
Death,
though doing it.
Death Call X.
We are now recording our.
How do you pronounce that? Death.
Hey, are you gonna? You should public this video. Why is it private?
Isn't that
I just
public?
wanted to add an annotation and then it'll go public.
Oh,
Don't
You
you
drink
worry.
whiskey?
As long as it's part of your master plan, Tom.
It is, it is. Alright. Public
we got
that.
two people commenting: Taminator and Death Call X.
MVPs.
MVP.
And then we just need to... Oh wait, whose names were switched around? Didn't someone say someone's names were switched around?
Nope,
Nope,
they're all
it's good.
right.
Yeah,
They're all
looks
correct, sir. You're just getting all caught up in your own mind. Just wreaking havoc on yourself.
good. Who are you people again? What is this? Where am I? Oh jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez.
Ooh,
Alright.
that is tasty.
Let's go ahead and get the Twitch
Ooh.
chat up here. I like the Twitch chat.
Is it delicious?
Tom's the technical guy.
I seem to have become the technical guy. It's true.
Is it delicious?
That is like candy. Ooh,
Candy. Really?
almost better than whiskey and Coke. Almost.
That's disgusting, though. Whiskey and Coke.
No, whiskey and Coke is candy. This is like candy.
So
Well, I'm drunk.
Zach's drunk now.
I'm good. It'll hit me. It'll hit me at some point.
All I need
I
is
don't
2
get drunk.
drinks.
I don't get drunk.
I'm about this far into this beer. I'm pretty trashed.
I mean, this is about half whiskey, so at any point during this conversation, the mind might start slipping. I might get hot. I might have to remove clothing. You never know what could happen when I start drinking.
This could be
We
exciting.
actually, removing
could
clothing
be.
is a thing that does happen a lot with Raymond when he gets drunk.
Yeah.
To
It's-
be
it's
fair,
true.
I haven't done that in quite some time,
It's-
so maybe I'm past that part in my life.
We're not even
was
looking
a
for a
phase.
cheap joke here. It's just he takes off his clothes often. Often.
Do you want to see that, ladies?
Do you? Yes. Yes, I believe you do. I believe you do, ladies. Yes.
You
Just
know?
ship liquor to Raymond's house. He will drink it during the next
I'm
Podcow.
not sure how my girlfriend would feel if I was stripping on the internet.
For drinks. Stripping for
drinks.
Raymond,
drinks.
Raymond. That's already a thing, buddy.
Just tell her it's for Grand Theft Auto. She loves that game.
Yeah.
Big fan of it, huh?
Big fan! Woo! I got to play it last night while she was sleeping. Luckily, I have the proper equipment where I can plug in the headphone to my TV and have a long enough cord to reach all the way where I'm laying in bed.
You
Still-
hear that, ladies? He's long enough to reach in bed. He's got all the equipment.
Yeah. Tom, I love you, Tom.
Got the equipment you need.
Oh, Tom. I love you. I want you to know that.
Love you too, Raymond. Love you too.
Aw. Now kiss each other.
See how much better it is when I have video that you guys can actually
Kiss
see?
him, Tom.
That's
Oh, I'm all blurry now. The camera just got smitten with me. Its vision went all starstruck and blurry.
What is Nightbot?
Nightbot is a bot that removes spam comments.
We should get rid of that.
no.
No.
God, no.
It removes spam comments.
It's
That's what some
pretty
guy said.
strict, though.
Yeah, that's what some guy said. Is it's pretty pretentious because we're not like we don't have thousands of people in here. We have a small group of people.
The
Well, like,
the thing with Nightbot is that it's just too overzealous. Like, it'll remove just, like, if you type something in all caps. Like, there's no all caps. And it's like, I don't really hate all caps. I think sometimes all caps is hilarious.
Sometimes it can be appropriate, yes.
Nightbot is OP.
You can program it to not do all caps, and I don't know.
It was, I believe, I could be wrong, I could be remembering this incorrectly because of the whiskey, but I believe Dewey had me activate Nightbot with very little instructions.
I did. I had no idea what I was doing either. But I was led by one of our moderators.
Has my comment been removed?
Has your something? No, it's up there.
What about if I do this again?
I could ban Zach.
No, it's still up there. Yeah. Nightbot just likes you, Zach, because it subscribes to the Fusion Cap YouTube. So
It really likes Assassin's Creed, so it's not gonna remove you and anything like that.
Okay, I guess I could stay. So it's not a little bitch.
Oh, but see, DGS 13th. Well, that was just spam. That was just spam.
What did he say?
It was just like a whole bunch of letters and stuff. I saw it before Nightbot deleted it.
Letters is what Nightbot says.
Yeah.
He was spamming letters.
What happens if they do it again?
I have no idea.
Do they get banned?
You can unban
I think it might time you out.
You get
From commenting?
Yeah. I don't really know, though. I'm just pulling that out of my ass, basically. I just basically went with, if I was going to make this bot, what would I have it do after the first time somebody spammed?
You shouldn't pull things out of your ass. It's unbecoming.
Sorry, I'll put them back.
Keep it in there.
Oh, look at this guy. He feels bad because he's like, I was just testing it. I won't do it again. I'm not mad at you.
We believe you, Diggs the 13th. I'm going to pronounce everybody's name phonetically as it's typed. So...
I will attempt to, pronounce it phonetically.
Oh, am I a mod now?
You should already be a mod.
Oh, I can ban people.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. I won't ban anyone. Except for
What is ass pullers, Tom?
Ass pullers?
Duke Dante says star pullers Tom. Thanks, Ray. I don't know why I'm
three letter.
I mean, I was saying that I pulled stuff out of my ass, so I guess that would make me an ass puller. Is that what's going on here?
That's true.
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
You pull a lot of ass.
See me at the club.
Pulling all that ass.
Oh, you know what?
I'll pull a lot of ass.
Breaking Bad. I'm finally caught up.
Oh, God. No talking about.
Oh my God! Oh, this is a pre-show. You can't tell us to talk about games, Raymond. Raymond up there. Look, you can't stop us. You can't stop us, Raymond. What?
Was Raymond trying to keep us on topic or trying to stop spoilers?
Stop spoilers. I don't want to hear about it. Yeah.
Tom, I'm just depressed. That's all I feel.
Oh my God! The last episode was so depressing.
It's just this.
Dewey,
It's
what
like
are
nothing
you
good
doing?
happens ever.
I think Dewey's high right now.
Dewey's actually backwards. He thinks he's seducing Raymond, but he's seducing the empty space off the screen.
Did you take some of my crystal meth?
I looked at it and I kind of half looked at my screen and it looked like I was the other way. Fuck.
Oh, Dewey.
Is there a way to turn off the stars? Like, can I turn off the thing from censoring what I see in Twitch chat?
I want no censoring.
I don't want censors either. This is bullshit.
I want to say fuck, shit ass bitch, cunt, and not have it be censored.
Can I say it?
No, not even the media cows can say it.
Did I say it?
No, you said star.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, well,
Who's doing this?
Twitch.
So is it mandatory? You have to have it on Twitch?
Oh, Ustream.
We're never... Stop trying to make Ustream happen! It's never gonna happen, Raymond!
I want the people to swear in the comments.
Me too.
You just have to be inventive about it. There.
See, Duke Dante.
Do it yet.
All right, so that's the official media
Wait,
cows.
how Mr. What the say I can't say bitch. Bitch is it says bitch, does it
Is
not?
that has an accent on the I? Brilliant, brilliant, sir.
Just gotta get creative with your swearing, people. Just get creative with your swearing.
Oh,
We
wait.
fully support curse words in every shape and form.
Here we go. Look at that.
Settings,
Oh.
more settings. Can I actually like opt out of this? Oh wait, there's banned words. Dick, penis, pussy, vagina, and porn are all banned words on our chat.
Part 13 finally went live.
I'm gonna opt
I can say
out
it all.
of globally banned
Yeah.
words filter. Yeah, and I'm gonna remove the banned words.
Part 19 is live.
God.
And then, alright, so here's the deal, is now just don't be horrible people and you won't get banned, and then if you are horrible people, we'll ban you, and that'll be more satisfying, because we'll do it on a one-to-one basis.
That's right. You know you be the one that fucked up. Because
I'll always side with you,
with me?
viewer. No, the
Aw,
viewer.
thank you, Zach, for siding with me.
I will always say
Like
don't
you
ban
said.
him.
Nah, I don't ban them.
Ban him.
Unless they say something mean to me.
Nah. Even remotely mean, as long as it's to Zach, that will get you banned.
Why are you trying to cut off Zach's head, Dewey? Stop trying to cut off his head.
Dewey, you're banned. You're banned, Dewey.
No, bandinated. Dewey and I are so far apart from each other, though. Dewey.
I know it's.
Dewey, I want
Can I
to play
ban
with
them?
you, Dewey.
Can I ban the media
Dewey.
cows? I can ban the media cows.
Dewey.
Should you?
No.
All right, so let's get this shit started.
Wait.
Alright. Should we do some sort of an intro of some sort?
Yep.
Should all cheers in the middle of the screen, which would be.
Yeah!
Alright. Everyone figure out where the middle of the screen is. We're gonna cheers towards the middle of the screen. Mine will be up here.
God, that's work. I thought we were just gonna cheer, like, yeah! Rabble.
Yours is down and to your left, Raymond. Alright.
You go this way.
Uh,
I think. Give me a second. I'm waiting for Twitch to catch up to me. Yeah, okay, I got it.
all right.
Zach, you're not even on the screen.
I'm back.
Your glass is like, yeah, there you go. There you go. You
Alright.
got it.
All right. Wait, what episode is this?
Four. It's
Four?
four. Extreme
Welcome,
edition.
Em. Shut up, Tom.
It's the fourth one, but
You're
it's the
ruining
extreme.
you're ruining my game.
It's the extreme edition. Alright.
Guys, my arm's getting heavy.
Welcome, everyone, to Podcow, episode 4.
Cheers.
Clink.
Okay, now we can begin.
Indeed.
Yes.
We drank.
Indeed.
Everyone's had a drink.
What did
Hopefully,
we do this week?
everyone at home is drinking with
The
us.
Steam box, Zach. The Steam box.
Nah,
Hey,
Steve
hey,
Box.
Steambox is such a Tom. Why would you bring that up right away?
Why?
Tom doesn't know how podcasts work. He didn't listen to Game Scoop or
I
Beyond.
want us to lose all of our
Beyond.
audience retention because we get rid of the good thing right away, the good subject.
No, that's not how these things work, Tom. You save the best for last, so they have to suffer through all the bad shit
Oh,
to get to.
We're gonna maintain suspense, do we?
yes, Tom.
I just spilt water all over my Xbox.
It's fine. Xboxes are waterproof.
So, to make it boring, what did we do this week?
I played Grand Theft Auto 5,
No.
and that's about it.
I watched Raymond play Grand Theft Auto 5. In League of Legends, I had a Platinum series. I got to the last match. I went up 2, down 2, and then I lost the last match, so I'm still gold. Like 80 points in gold.
I went to the Renaissance Festival and dressed up as a peasant.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
When did you do that?
On Saturday, I think.
Uh,
The day before church on Sunday.
I started watching Downton Abbey, which
okay.
has Maggie Smith in it. So that's the entire reason I started watching it, because Maggie Smith is awesome.
I'm sure.
It's Maggie
that's
Smith.
the entire reason.
She plays Professor McGonagall.
Oh shit, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
Yeah. She's
Maggie
awesome.
Smith is
So-
legit.
She is. So I started watching that also because my girlfriend wouldn't stop bothering me about it, and I couldn't sleep. So I was like, "Oh, it's on Amazon Prime, and I have a Prime account."
Did you?
Why
You
the
should,
hell
have,
not?
you should have said you should watch Grand Theft Auto. It's better.
Well,
Yeah.
you should play Grand Theft Auto if you can.
You
And
should
if
have told
can't,
her,
then
watch
it.
our walkthrough of Grand Theft Auto. Period. Or
Well,
it's over.
She was asleep. I just couldn't sleep because my sleep schedule's all fucked up. I wake up at like 1 p.m. every day now, and I don't like it, Tom.
Oh wait, but surprisingly good things. We can put surprisingly good things at the start of the podcast. Things that aren't going to draw a huge amount of hype from the title, but we all really, or those of us that tried it really enjoyed. The
I
Beyond
think a lot
Two
of make
Souls
games.
demo, for instance.
Oh.
Holy
Beyond Two
shit.
Souls.
Didn't
Blew
play
me
it.
away, actually. Blew me away. I went from not really caring about that game, just barely even bothering to install the demo, to like, this is a potential Game of the Year contender. The main character is like completely and totally engrossing. I want to live her life, and that's why I want to play the game. Just
I
period.
really thought you were gonna say I want to sex her up.
Well,
no,
you know, that's
'cause
part
it's-
of it.
I want to be her. I want to be her.
It's
She's an
Ellen Page,
amazing
Well, you know how
character.
you
now.
can become her.
Tom wants to be a woman.
First step, be inside her, and then you can become her.
Well, I mean, you kind of are inside her. You know, you
Yeah.
do
In a
come
non-sexual
inside her.
way.
In a non-sexual
You
way.
Yeah.
do come inside her.
You know, because you're outside of
That's
her,
just-
and then you go inside of her, which is like coming inside of her. So it's like,
Or
you know.
urinating.
This is why Dewey's never gonna meet Ellen Page. She's gonna watch this video.
And then
And
doing
I'm-
No,
I'm
she's
not
she's gonna reward me for my enthusiasm and loving of coming inside of her.
I'm not saying I want to be Ellen Page. I see that in the chat. I want to clear this up. I want to be Jodie from Beyond Two Souls, okay? There's a big difference. Because
There
Jodie
is.
in Beyond Two Souls, like, can fight off, like, 5 FBI agents at once, and you wouldn't think it, because she's a little girl. Well, not really little, but, like, she's a girl. She's not a woman, even. Not even, like,
Girls wanna be
badass,
inside a
perfect
girl.
dark or anything like that. Just a girl. She can
Wanna be
fuck
inside
up
a girl.
FBI agents.
Girl.
It's amazing.
Just a girl.
How old?
No,
is she?
but it's like I don't know. I didn't really play Heavy Rain, so I don't really have any comparison there.
You
But
didn't play Heavy Rain.
I didn't.
Oh.
Why did you not play Heavy Rain?
I didn't have a PS3.
You have one now.
Do
So why haven't you fixed that?
Raymond? There's a lot of games on that list, and Heavy
I
Rain.
tried-
is not it.
Okay,
I
do it.
tried to
You
play
played.
Heavy Rain.
You
I couldn't
played
get past the
Lair.
first room.
You have time to play.
That's because Lair was the game I was looking forward to on the PlayStation. When I was looking to get a console, it was Halo 3 for the Xbox 360 or Lair for the PS3. This was before any reviews came out or anything like that, or maybe they did and I just didn't pay attention to them. But I'm Dewey. It's dragons and like flying around awesome graphics. Of course I'm gonna be I did actually play it like that was like a year ago or something
Was
like
it
that.
fun?
It glitched out on me in the first mission, so I stopped playing it.
Now the chat says Tom wants to be a little girl, and I just feel like we're missing the point here, guys. I just feel like we're missing the point. I want to be a little girl with superpowers, okay? That can beat people up, even without using her superpowers,
Like
okay?
Hit Girl. Like Hit Girl.
Sure.
Have superpowers.
Sure,
Well, she
that's...
kind of.
She doesn't.
I mean,
She has lots of skill and training.
yeah. Some things in that are they just don't seem possible. Right.
I want to experience the life of Jodie from Beyond Two Souls.
Okay.
And that
then.
I'm sold. I'm sold on the game. It's going to be a day one purchase for
I
sure.
see a comment that says Powerpuff Girl, so that means that Tom must want to be a Powerpuff Girl. That's actually where this stems from.
I would
But-
take that. I would take being a Powerpuff Girl. I'm fine with
doesn't
that.
wanna
I'm
be a
fine with
Powerpuff
that.
Girl?
They're awesome.
I want to be a Powerpuff
Yeah,
Girl.
come on. I think we can all.
As long as
yeah.
I can
There's
be
only
like
three,
Butter
right?
or Bubbles on her psychotic rampage.
Yeah.
There's only 3 Powerpuff Girls,
There are
right?
3.
So one of us
Means
must be a Powerpuff.
Zach gets to be Mojo Jojo.
Zach's Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
I am a Mojo Jojo.
But yeah, no, Beyond Two Souls Go. I don't know if the demo's available right now. I know I downloaded it through some like promo via
Voodoo Magic.
PC Gamer or something like that.
Voodoo Magic is.
Or not PC Gamer, but Game Informer. I don't know. One of those outlets. But it's definitely worth a shot. Definitely play the demo, and I'm looking forward to the game. So,
Well, Louis and Tom, you guys have a job to do then with this game. That is to convince me it's not as boring as I thought it was 6 months ago.
They're
Okay.
trying to.
That's your job.
Are they succeeding?
Yeah, I
haven't-
mean,
I have to see it in order to have.
Tom
that.
said it's a Game of the Year contender,
yeah, it is.
and that's amongst Last of Us and Bioshock Infinite.
I still haven't beaten The Last of Us, and I went back to play The Last of Us after playing Beyond Two Souls, and I was like, why is this Why are so few things happening? Why do I have to spend all this time like?
Tom played a bit of Beyond Two Souls, and he said, "Why does The Last of Us even exist?"
Basically, I was like, why do I have to fight these hunter guys? I already fought these hunter guys. I'm over this.
Okay.
I was just a bad person.
That convinced you?
No.
Last of Us sucks now. That's what Tom is saying.
That's not what I'm saying at
Because of
all.
Beyond.
Whoa. All right.
Tom, just go
Look,
with it. No, you gotta just go with it.
Oh.
You're trying to convince Raymond here.
Last of Us is the worst game ever.
Compared to Beyond Two Souls.
Oh God.
Oh,
Meanwhile, the chat is going off about some pedophile in it. I don't know. This podcast is getting really weird really fast, guys.
So what else did you? Well, let's see. The League of Legends World Finals is still ongoing, or the World Playoffs.
Yeah.
Cloud9 was unfortunately eliminated in their first match that they played, or set that they played. They played it well, except for the third game. That was a stomp. But the first game they played well. Second game they played well. And they brought it to a third game, but it was not enough. America's last hope. Goodbye, apple pie.
Oh, I have a... Wait, guys. Since you said apple pie, I have a baked apple pie from McDonald's with me right now.
They're not giving us money for this, Zach.
Well, I didn't say it was good. I'm just saying I have it.
All right.
Why would you have it if it isn't good?
I try it out.
It's only 99 cents at any
Yes.
McDonald's near you.
Actually, it's 79 cents.
Whoa. Mind blown.
Those deals. So I went to McDonald's this week. That's something else I did.
You went to a comedy show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically a cult.
Yeah.
What?
We were like the only people there that, like it was me, Zach, and two other people, and we were the only people there that, like, the performers didn't know, and there were like maybe 15 people there total.
Yeah.
So,
Kind of weird.
yeah. But I don't know. There's some funny parts. Mostly the stuff that I laughed at was just inside jokes that I have with other people that really had there was no reason that somebody should have been laughing. Like there was like a cannibalism part that I started laughing at. But, whatever. It was alright. It was alright. I felt very hipsterish.
They had free alcohol,
They did.
That's why couldn't I be there?
but they had Chardonnay and Pinot. No, was it Pinot Grigio? No.
No. Yeah, it was Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio. And then they also had Northeast and...
Nordies.
For free.
For free.
For free.
Well, I mean, you had to pay to get into the show, so...
Which is like
How much did you have to pay to get into the show?
$8.
Yeah.
What? $8 for all you can drink in a given night? Is that what I'm hearing here?
They had a very, very limited supply. They had a bottle of each wine, and then I don't know how much
Probably
beer they
like
had.
Maybe 10 bottles of beer.
Oh, wow.
So
So I was
It was
like,
a
all
very
right,
low-key
give me
thing.
those 10 bottles.
All right,
You guys
fair
It was
enough.
it was one of those things that like a friend of a friend of a friend recommended, and then it was just like, okay, sure, why not? We'll give it a try.
Yeah.
They perform at the Renaissance Fair too, so
That's cool.
oh.
Renfest people are cool people.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend.
Weird people.
Renfest.
tomorrow, Dewey and I are going on a road trip to Seattle to go see the new Steam controller.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think that's
good.
true.
It's gonna be actually pretty awesome. Seattle is actually short for the Renaissance Fair, and the controller is short for lots of
Yes.
beer. So yeah, it's the same thing more or less.
Why would you need to go to the Renaissance Festival? Zach looks like he has plenty of alcohol at home.
Indeed. That's a pretty large bottle of Moscato. Just for the record. Incidentally, the more sugary the wine, the higher the alcohol content.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
Well,
there,
true.
take that, Raymond, and your
Why I
fucking
drink red wines,
disgusting dry wet
because-
red wine.
You know, you're not gonna get drunk. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy.
And enjoy.
The terrible taste.
You have no class. No class.
That's true.
That's fair, yeah. I mean,
I'm
I don't
getting
think
the ice
anyone's-
out of a McDonald's cup to put in my wine. So
What is wrong with you?
I don't think any of us
is
would.
warm, and I don't want to go upstairs to get ice.
I feel like there was something. Oh, I went up to a cabin and I got very drunk all weekend. Like I
Woo.
literally would wake up and start drinking, and I would pass out. I watched 300, and then like I wish I was recording myself while watching that because it was like probably the best commentary track for a movie you'll ever hear in your life. It was me and another friend, and we are just like. It was hilarious. I mean, it very well could have been I was just really drunk hilarious, but whatever. It was fun. Good time.
All right. Do you know Daily Grace? To just like totally name drop one of our indirect competitors.
Daily Grace.
Daily Grace is a YouTuber, but one of the things that she
Tom's in
does
love with her.
is she has my best friend is in love with her.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
my best friend Taylor.
Someone who isn't you is in love with her.
Yeah, someone who isn't me is in love with her. It's not me at all, but it's someone who you might think would be me, but it's not, is in love with her. She does a thing where there's another YouTuber that she's friends with, and they get drunk and watch Netflix movies. And this is a great way of selling Netflix subscriptions to people, because you live stream and you have them start the Netflix movie at the same time as you, and then you just do your commentary track. Which might be a blast to do.
I like that idea. I remember one of the last episodes of what was it? What's the Destructoid the podcast?
Maxville.
No, the Destructoid podcast that they did like back in the day. Do you remember?
No.
Raymond
They did a
hated it.
podcast?
Yeah, this is why I didn't want to ask Raymond because he hates Destructoid.
See, my whole thing is I'm thinking of the Game Spider briefings, which is now the comedy button. They do the same thing with movies. They do their own little commentary things. So Scott Bromley,
Woo!
Scott
W.
Bromley.
I don't know who that is, but woo! Seemed appropriate, so.
Thank you, Tom.
No problem.
Thank you.
Scott Bromley's a piece of shit.
You're
Whoa.
a piece of shit. All right.
Boo, Scott Bromley.
Hold on now, Tom. You're playing both sides. Of the fence.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Wait. I caught up on Breaking Bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say this now.
this Sunday.
Just gonna take
Spoilers
off the
forward.
headphones. Just
I don't think we're going to, but just in case, like tune out for like a minute. So.
Yeah, if you're not caught, that we have watched the penultimate episode of Breaking Bad, but we're not gonna spoil
so
things.
Sad.
Yeah,
Other
I
than it
hate
was
this
sad.
show.
it was.
I hate it.
It was so
I know.
depressing.
I no longer want to be Walter White. That was my goal, to be Walter White.
I remember when you were trying to
Spoilers!
convince me to cook meth for you, though, Zach.
That didn't happen. What are you talking about, Tom?
You should.
I think you did it on the podcast. I think there's a documented record of it.
Oh, I think I said I want to be Jesse Pinkman.
You should.
I definitely don't want to be Jesse Pinkman now.
spoilers.
Spoilers.
That's
Tom,
spoilers.
you should make green meth.
Green
It's
meth.
all the rage now. Blue meth is old. It's in the past. It's already used.
It's family.
See, I'm an inorganic chemist. We come up with, common sense solutions to problems that organic chemistry Walter White's doing, where you've got to have perfect purity in order to get a blue hue. I'm gonna throw some fucking green food coloring in there. There you go. Where'd your niche go? Huh? Where'd your niche go?
I don't want to be Gus, chat. He died and got his face blown off.
Oh, that like.
spoilers.
Jesus.
Punch you in the dick. I'm gonna find where you
I mean,
live.
it's
Punch
old
you in the
spoilers.
dick.
I mean, what? Yeah, it's. From,
I don't even know who Gus is, so
I'm not gonna spoil anything in the latter half of season 5 because that's all new stuff. But season 5 part 1 was like a year ago, and season 4 was like 2 years ago. So
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
and it's the series finale, so it's a current event. You have to talk about the current events. This is more important than what's going on in Syria or.
Much more important. Much more. Spoiler alert in Syria. It's horrible there. It's very sad there as well.
But it's worse on Breaking Bad. That's much more depressing.
I only got up to the point where, the bald guy, the cop, I don't know names.
Hank.
Hank.
Yeah.
He killed that one Mexican dude, and then he had like the grill, and he like threw the grill away, and he was all like depressed for like a minute, and that's all I remember.
Lord protect him when he comes into your kingdom.
Also, the kid has a handicap. That's pretty much what I remember.
Oh, I love Junior.
That's
Aw,
pretty much
Junior's
what I
great.
remember.
Junior's great. All right, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna like pop up a. This is gonna be weird for you live stream viewers. It'll make more sense to the people that watching on YouTube. I'm popping up like a Grand Theft Auto like screen here. I'm just gonna put this up for a minute. All right, which signals that we are now done spoiling Breaking Bad. We'll have an annotation saying that when the video goes live. All right.
Okay. You know what? I'm not something I did last weekend, but something I'm doing this weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, I'm going to be serving beer for Oktoberfest at a little German place called Gaston's,
Oh.
and that's gonna be fun. So if you're in the Minneapolis area, go ahead and check that out tomorrow.
Wait,
Oh, I actually
So
have a
I-
super badass story that I didn't tell
That's
last time.
sweet. Never done it before.
wait, Tom, 1 sec.
Okay,
I need
go
to
for it.
extort free alcohol to Raymond. So, Raymond, when I go to Gustav's, will you pour me free beer?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
What?
Go ahead.
Raymond.
This is my girlfriend's like reputation on the line. Me working there this weekend, so
Right.
no.
It doesn't matter. You can pull me.
Raymond, come on.
Lots of free beer. The whole keg, actually.
Dewey was there before her, and he'll be there after her. All right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he's
Whoa.
Ooh.
oh
Whoa.
yeah.
Okay. All right, Tom. Go ahead with your story.
So, when I went to buy Grand
know-
Theft Auto 5, this is actually a couple weeks old, but I totally never told it on a podcast or in any public venue. I was trying to get in line in order to, because I didn't have a pre-order or anything, whatever. I don't plan ahead for these things. They'll have enough copies of the game. I just like get in line, and there's a dude kind of like kitty cornered me, and he's like, "Hey, are you in line?" I was like, "Oh yeah, well I'd like to be. Yeah, sure. I was here after you. Whatever. It's yeah." And he's like, "Wait, you're Tom from the Media Cows." I'm like, "Yeah, it's nice to meet you. What's your name?" Like, reach out, shake his hand. That's so cool. That's so cool. Like, we meet you guys in real life very rarely because you're spread out over like I don't know, an entire globe. And there's only 4 of us, so we don't meet you very often. It's very, very cool when we do, though. Especially when it was just like, I went to go pick up my Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, yeah, there's a lot of gamers there, but it's not like we were doing a Media Cows get-together, you know? Very cool. Felt like a celebrity for a brief moment.
And now that feeling's gone.
Completely and utterly over. Now I'm just drinking alone at home.
That's so sad. I'm sorry, Tom.
And the moon.
What?
I'm not drinking alone at home. I haven't seen this as drinking
I
alone.
don't know what the duck. I'm just gonna assume that's what your thing stands for. I would love to go to the UK. That'd be fun. I'm already answering questions. Look at this. I'm jumping to the end of the podcast.
Whoa. No. Save the questions for the end, do I?
Wait,
That's
we're not going to the UK. It's not happening.
No, fuck you. I want to go to the UK.
We're not going to the UK.
Media Cows expensed trip to the UK tomorrow, Dewey. Let's do
Parks and Recreation came back yesterday. I was very
That's-
excited to watch that.
That's unfortunate.
Do you guys
Raise
watch
your
Parks and
hand if
Rec?
you don't watch TV.
I
on
don't give a
TV.
shit about television.
Thank you, Dewey. Yeah.
Parks and Rec is legitimately hilarious. They went to
It is.
they went to London randomly though. I don't know. In their
Great
premiere.
show. I enjoy it very much, but it's on TV, so I don't watch it. You know, they started a new season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. How many episodes have I watched? 0.
What
Because
they did?
It's on TV. Yeah, it's on FXX.
X, yes.
What?
I have that channel.
What?
I do too.
All right. Well, I need to start watching that. It's weird though that like if you're an internet person, TV is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It is.
Like if you want to watch something on TV, you've got to think ahead before it comes out, and you've got to record it, and then once it's on, you've got to skip the commercials with your remote control. That's completely
Well, that doesn't
unsatisfying
have
to
a
use
DVR.
compared to a
You're one of those
mechanical
fancy
keyboard.
people who-
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how
Wait,
much of a pain TV
don't we
has become.
technically have a PVR or a DVR because like the PVR also acts as a DVR?
I don't want to bring that all the way downstairs to record a television show. What the? Come on, meow.
Meow.
Come on.
Meow.
They want a Media Cows World Tour in chat.
Dude, that would be so fun. I would totally do a Media Cows World Tour.
Start funding it, people.
Yep.
Yeah, Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. We're not gonna put in the effort to start that Kickstarter, but you need to
No.
kickstart the Kickstarter.
What do we do once we arrive there? What's our
Just
gig?
Drink.
Shake hands,
and
kiss
hang out
babies,
with
leave.
people. Kiss
Dude, like
babies.
legitimately though, that is like my dream. I freaking love I love traveling, like actually being in places. Like the actual act of traveling can be kind of tedious and annoying, but
True.
like I love going to new places. So That would be awesome. That's like
I never like to leave home.
You know a show you would like doing on YouTube? Riding Shotgun. It's a good show. It's a good show.
I will look it up.
Not now. We're podcasting.
Too late.
God damn it!
Sorry,
I'm going away.
Okay, let's talk about Steambox.
I feel
Okay.
the prerequisite amount of time has passed, and we may now
Yeah.
discuss Steambox.
I don't even know how long.
This is a bunch of bullshit, viewers.
And we're
PS4
sorry for everything
needed to
that
be
you
the
just had to
Steambox for it
watch.
to work.
You know, Zach, I knew the entire time that would never, ever, ever happen. Ever.
The whole time, me and Tom are just like, it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. It all makes sense. It's gotta happen.
As much as the arguments you threw at me and that kind of stuff, it was always just like at the back of my mind, I'm just like, Sony wouldn't do that.
It's like Zach was
Sure.
making a compelling argument.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always like, but no. It was just like.
Well, like I said, though, even though I was kind of wrong, it could still change in the future.
It could.
The
If
PS4
Sony-
could
yeah.
become a Steambox, and then I will be proven right.
But I think Sony is going to stick to their first party business. They don't want people buying games on Steam and then playing them on the PlayStation. That's cutting into their revenue.
Well, all right. So here's the arguments for is that there could be a licensing fee for that. If
There
if
could
you
be.
actually go and install the game on your PlayStation, you could play it. In the past, the PlayStation 3, right, and the PlayStation 4 both have a Unix-based architecture, which is what Linux is based on, and you could install Linux on your own on the PlayStation 3. Sony cracked down on it because it ended up being a bit of a security issue. People could hack games and blah, 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 blah. It could still happen, I think. I think
The technology's there for it to happen.
yeah, I think if Sony doesn't do it and Microsoft don't do it, I think modders will do it on one of those two consoles before the end of their life cycle. You will see SteamOS on a console. I think that will happen.
I don't know. I feel like the whole Steam announcement week has been pretty disappointing to me, at
Yeah.
the very least.
Can you imagine? Felt like to me.
The Steam OS thing was cool. I was like, all right, that's cool, but I want to see something. Okay, well, I'll wait for Wednesday. Wednesday, there's gonna be boxes. We have one.
Like
Be
what-
excited.
it's like an incredibly small beta. It's like 4,000
Okay.
people will have a copy of the Valve Steam box.
300
Yeah.
300 people,
That's so
Tom.
small.
And then, so I'm like, okay, they said, okay, there are boxes in the ether. Sure, great, whatever. I'll wait and see. Let's wait until Friday. Maybe they'll announce, the Source 2, or, the people out there on the internet going crazy for Half-Life 3. I was never one of those people. But there's this enigma. What's gonna be on Friday? I'm thinking to myself, it can't be a controller, because a controller is not interesting enough to have an announcement of its own. They're not going to be Nintendo and go, here's the controller. Does it attach to a system? We don't know, but here it is.
It was
And
interesting.
I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed this, but Nintendo won the current gen console war. Like, all right, we're all
No, that's
hardcore
every
gamers. We
Wii
want to
U
pretend
owner.
it didn't happen. They sold
Well,
more consoles. They made more money.
Tell that to every Wii U owner.
It's not current gen.
Yeah, no, I mean current. Yeah, like I'm talking
So
Wii U as
still-
next gen. The Wii
They-
won.
Whoa.
The Wii
they sold
won.
more consoles, but did they make?
I'm not talking about the Wii.
That
Yeah,
is
but we are.
the current gen.
Did
Wii
they
U
make-
is next gen for Nintendo.
Did they make more money because Sony and Microsoft would make the money back in software, and since no one bought any Wii games, period, no money was made off of software.
It's hard to say, but like there's a ton of Wii's out there, man. Even if everyone's buying one game, that's a ton of money, and there's a damn good chance that it's a first-party Nintendo title, which is a huge profit
That's-
margin for them.
that's-
But I mean, like, if what happened there with the Wii happened with Sony or Microsoft, they would have lost money because if they didn't sell software. Because
Right, but the
they
Wii was
took
sold
loss
at a
on the
profit,
software.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is revolutionary in its own right, that they managed to find a way to sell a console at a profit.
Also, if you take a look at the Wii U, maybe the Wii wasn't so good.
If you look at the Wii U, like that the Wii U kind of feels like a dead end. But I don't know, I felt the same way about the Wii, and even though people
I
always
didn't.
say I didn't play it, like It sold a lot.
No, the Wii. When I first got the Wii, I loved the Wii. I got it at launch. Wii Sports was amazing.
I got enough value out of Wii Sports to justify the Wii
Right.
purchase.
Wii U did not have that. There's some cool stuff there at launch with Wii U, but it was
Nintendo
nothing like
one's
Wii
alright.
Sports. Yeah,
Right.
it was nothing
Yeah.
like Wii Sports though. Nothing that was like, this is really, 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 really fun, and I have to keep playing it.
If I was still in college, Nintendo Land might have been enough for me, in all honesty. Like, it feels like it's a kiddie game, but I could totally see just, like, getting drunk and crushing people at Nintendo Land and having 4 people in a room, and that's
It's
all
fun
that I
with
would
people.
need. Yeah.
It's fun with people. It's just, well, I mean, we could go on. Nintendo is an entirely separate topic.
Here's
that we
here's
could go
where I'm
on
trying to
with
get,
the
right?
Wii U.
Is that every chance, every gamble that somebody has taken on a new variety of controller has been adopted in the next console generation. Every chance on a major console taken in terms of input has been emulated in the next console generation. The Nintendo 64's analog sticks were actually ripped off
And
in
Rumble.
and Rumble. Yeah, both were ripped off in the middle of that generation.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation announced the DualShock once they were like, wait, analog sticks appear to be a good idea as a gaming input device. We must steal this forthwith. And then the motion controls, like, I don't know if anyone noticed, but the PlayStation 3 has motion controls, and it came out just a smidgen after the Wii. PlayStation 4 will also have motion controls. I don't know if that's true for Xbox One.
Connect.
But both of them have camera solutions for basically the same thing. I'm not willing to completely
No.
write off trackpads.
I disagree that Kinect might have been thought of as terms of being like the Wii, but it's not like the Wii. Like, the Move is emulating the
Yes,
Wii,
that's 100%.
but Kinect is
Wii.
different.
And certainly the PlayStation
Kinect
3's
is-
DualShock controller has an accelerometer in it, and it has the same sort of thing as
Basically,
the
they
Wii.
took advantage of that in the Beyond Two Souls demo,
Yes,
and
they
it
did.
wasn't like annoying.
It wasn't that annoying. I had to shake my controller once, and I did yell to my girlfriend who was watching me, "This is what gamers love!" But
Hey, there was motion control in The Last of Us, may I remind
Oh
you.
yeah, that's right.
You would shake the controller if your flashlight started flickering.
that's true.
That's how you turn your flashlight back on.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't need to be a groundbreaking, this is what the game is all about.
What?
So it can work.
As far as groundbreaking things go, or at least supposedly groundbreaking things
Trackpads.
go, they have the trackpads instead of analog
Trackpads.
for the Steam
I'm
controller.
actually happy that patent that's been floating around the last couple of days with the
Mm-hmm.
modular controller where you can swap out parts and put in. I'm glad that's not a thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's just no one.
They have one of those like a mouse that's like that where you can like put in different parts and the thing just like looks like you touch it and it falls apart.
It
so-
does. I'm sure that's not how it is. I haven't tried it. It's the rat. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But all right. So
Chat-
anyhow, I'm
the chat would
completely
like
totally.
to remind you. Wait. The chat would like to remind you of the iToy being on the PlayStation 2 and motion controls,
Boom.
and so the Wii was not the innovator there.
Oh,
We're just talking about motion controls.
that's true. That's true.
Nintendo is just a bunch of copycats.
Wouldn't that be more? Because wouldn't that be more in the realm of Connect? Because that's a
Yeah,
that's
technically,
like,
it's the iToy
Yeah, so-
was. The iToy was like the
Kinect.
first Connect. It was one camera, and it was not very good, but you would be able to move your hands around, and it would affect what happened on the screen, that kind of thing.
I had a point though, which is that we shouldn't just because this new input type looks weird to us, we shouldn't dismiss it. I agree that
Oh,
just
I'm not
simply
judging
that it
based on
is
the
a
looks.
controller.
Me either.
Just that it is a controller, that's a little bit underwhelming, even to me.
That was my point.
Yeah. But it could be absolutely the coolest thing to happen to gaming on a couch ever.
Also, it could be completely disastrous because I've never had a good experience gaming with a trackpad.
I haven't either,
But
but
it's
I've never
too
had a
high
gaming
fidelity
trackpad. I've never had a gaming trackpad. I've never done a trackpad with my thumbs.
Is it going to feel like the natural position is for my thumb to go back to the center in a first-person shooter?
I don't know.
This is what I'm thinking is maybe that's as you go towards the edge of it, it'll shake you back to the middle, it'll shake more and more and more.
Right. If they do that, then that's interesting.
because they made a big deal about the force feedback. I just don't think that Valve is stupid. I think Valve's actually one of the most intelligent companies out there, and I think that they're not going to make such an immense gamble on something that ends up not feeling good, you know?
Well,
I'm sure that they've done a lot of testing.
Like throughout all of the announcements, they've definitely at least for me, been giving the vibe of, these are all prototypes. It's not the final product, and we're going to be shipping this out to you guys so that way, you know, we can hammer down the details and figure. I mean, I'm sure they're very confident of their products and saying like, oh yeah, these are going to be awesome products. But at the same time, like in every single thing, I think they've been like, oh, this is our prototype. We're going to be shipping this out and getting the fans' feedback and our community support, which is, I mean, really what Steam is based around. So
It's not true.
300 people, though, is that enough to really
It's a
refine the
publicity
controller?
stunt.
I
It's a
think it
publicity
needs to
stunt.
be 304.
And 300 is just not quite.
300 was enough.
I think 300.
Well, 300 plus the media cows. I think that's what they need, and we will give the best feedback that they will get.
Really, actually, it's best to send it to us because we'll be able to share it with all of our viewers.
That's
and-
actually something they said. They're right. Don't even have to like ask them a question. Right in the self-asked questions by Valve that they did on Wednesday was, can you share this information with people? And like, absolutely, that's the whole point, to get the information out there and see what happens with other people's feedback. I do think 300 consoles as a prototype beta is a little small, but I can also understand this is Valve's first piece of hardware being out on the market, and they might not, want to devote too many resources to a machine that they're not 100% sold on yet if they're still, beta testing it. I don't know, but I still think 300 is a bit small.
Yeah, it's a publicity stunt.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Explain away. Don't just leave it at that. Come on, bring it,
on.
homie.
Okay, so when are they're going to send this out to people after October? What's the date? Is it the 24th or something? Where the registration ends? And so people are going to get it in November and beta test it. I just think it's meant to get people hyped up about it. I don't.
Well, it'll work. I mean,
You're
it's not
trying
like
you're
it's
trying
a
to hint
bad idea.
at you're trying to hint at the overlap with the next gen consoles. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. It seemed like that's where you were going. Yeah.
And yeah, it probably works great, and they might make subtle changes from what people are saying, but they wanted people to get excited about the hardware.
It's true.
I
And
think so.
giving it to 300 people with over 200 of them being random people that may not even use it the way that they want it to be used. It's like a golden ticket.
Steam, hear us now. We are your people. We will work with you.
All right, frankly, it's time. All right, Dewey, I think 4 is a little bit too much to ask. All right, I think 4 is maybe a little bit much for the Media Cows organization to ask from Valve.
301.
Zach and Raymond, they don't really care about PC
Yeah.
gaming. But you should send me and Dewey. Me and
Excuse
Dewey,
me?
you should send Steam boxes
Just
too.
because I never beat Far Cry 3 on PC doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it, okay?
Just because I don't play League of Legends.
Yeah, nerds. God.
Can we play
I'm
League of
playing
Legends with your Steam
Chivalry,
box,
damn it.
please?
Chivalry! Modern
let's-
Warfare, yeah.
Well, that's another thing they're talking about is the compatibility of like the keyboard and mouse, like, or at least transferring all that what everyone loves about the keyboard and mouse over to the controller.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have no sources in which I can quote here, but I remember reading a couple months back about how Gabe was talking about how the keyboard and mouse is outdated. Like, there has not been any really improvements to that, to its design. Huh?
Why improve
He
the
did say
perfect control
that.
scheme? Why improve it? It's a perfect control scheme.
Why improve something that's
Perfect.
20 years old? No,
That's
I don't know.
perfect.
And how, they're looking to improve on that. And I don't know, maybe this is what that is. We'll see. I mean, I don't really, I was like all of you guys, I was disappointed with the controller announcement, but I was also like, at the same time, it's like, that's, something new.
Honestly, I just wanted to see Microsoft destroyed. It's not even like I hate Microsoft. It's just I like the drama. And if Valve put SteamOS on the PS4, that would give the PS4 a killer feature there.
Yeah.
They could they could destroy the Xbox One, and then that would help adopt Linux because it would be on the PS4. More games would come to Linux, which would help kill off Windows. Attack on two fronts against Microsoft. Oh, that would be fun to watch.
It would have been really fun to watch. I agree completely. That was a big part of why I loved that theory so much too.
Yeah.
And I am a little bit sad to see it go. Sometimes you just can't watch Microsoft go down
Okay,
in
so
flames
Valve
every
screwed
day.
up.
So we've
Valve
talked a lot
screwed up.
about the controllers, but the other things that were announced was obviously the Steam OS and
The Steam OS! The Steam OS I will install. I will install it on my computer, and here's why, is because eventually I will be able to play Star Citizen on it. And with incredibly increased graphics performance, that will be worth doing.
The operating system is not going to increase your graphic settings.
Yes, it will. Linux
Just by-
requires less system resources than Windows,
That's what Valve
period.
said.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well then. All right.
Totally going to outperform Windows by a wide margin. It's an OS built on Linux, which is high performance, and it's built for gamers. It's going to be able to make graphics that rock your socks off. It's going to be great. You're going to get better performance out of your hardware if you have a gaming PC straight up every single time. It's going to be awesome. And Star Citizen is the game that I'm excited for because it's the only game I've seen recently that I'm like, I really want to play you, but I don't know if my computer can run you super pretty levels.
I know my computer struggles to run that game at super pretty levels. So
Well, it's alpha right now, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
optimized.
But still, my computer is hitting the point where it is no longer the top of the market anymore.
Indeed.
But that can be changed, which it will at some point in time. When I
Right.
get that
We
Mac-
like to
you're gonna
keep
get that
our
Mac
shit a little
Pro.
updated, a little bit on top of this
get the
shit.
MacBook
That
Pro.
iMac Pro, the
Yeah.
cylindrical.
Oh, the trash can. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to get.
The trash can.
That's what I thought it was when I
does
saw
look
it.
like a trash can.
Oh.
That is like the shape and design of it. But whatever. Zach looks like you're about to die. Are you okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
Right. He's crying and
Why?
weeping into
It's
his.
just so disappointing.
Oh.
Zach was really looking forward to taking down Microsoft.
The
Zach
controller
himself.
announcement crushed
so
his soul.
fun to watch.
I thought Zach, you were supposed to be somewhat positive about Microsoft. I remember I went to the mall, like a month ago. and I
Raymond, it's
saw the
not even
Xbox.
about that. It's about the drama.
I saw.
it's-
Oh.
I don't
It's-
hate
it's not-
Microsoft at all.
Yeah.
I'll buy the Xbox One. I
Yeah.
just want to see something happen. The company, a shakeup in the companies. Maybe
Look.
Sega comes back.
Oh, what? What? Oh, Sega is the lead manufacturer of the Steam box.
kills
What?
Microsoft becomes a little guerrilla group company fighting in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow
Jeez.
I
That'd be fun.
don't see that happening.
That would be fun, though.
They have way too many.
This now, it's not even going to compete against the PS4 and the Xbox One because it's not
It's
going to
not.
take anything from them at all. It's just
Maybe
so
it will.
just a
Maybe
big-
they'll have to release new
drama.
controllers to keep up.
It's in a weird spot, this whole Steam box thing, because PC gamers are gonna continue playing games on PC.
Will we?
Tom yourself said you're gonna install the Steam OS on your PC,
Mhm.
and the console players love their consoles. And as far as like the COD bro type people, I don't see them buying a PC box for their TV.
Well, I mean that's I
Well-
guess that's something that right now we can make that decision, but further down the line we don't know
Well,
what
that's true.
what the online is going to be like. Like
Yeah.
like Valve and Steam, their matchmaking, at least like stuff with like Team Fortress 2 and that kind of stuff, I have enjoyed that. And we don't know what that's going to turn into with an entire new operating system and a new console. As well as we don't know how much the games are going to cost. Maybe the games will be like super cheap for some reason.
Well, I mean,
I
if
mean,
there's Steam prices, there's Steam prices.
I mean,
But
could
you're-
you imagine the Steam Summer Sale happening like with a console? Like that's big.
That would,
But it's not going to
that would be
happen
insane.
Why not?
because we're only
Well,
dealing
well-
with the games that are playable on Linux.
No, you're not. No, you're not. What are you talking about? You can.
You have to
Stream-
have a PC
Steam's
to be able to
almost-
stream it in high quality. So you have to have a high quality PC. If you're a console player, it's not you get all of Steam games and you're gonna have because you can stream it from your laptop. Your laptop's not gonna be able to run Battlefield on or Battlefield's on Origin, but whatever. Like pick a high quality game.
Witcher 3.
Let's
There you
just take a
go.
moment and back up here, though. If you were going to release this right now, wouldn't you release it dual booting operating systems? It's just going to be a computer at the base of it. Wouldn't you make it so that you could just wait through a little bit extra long loading screen and then boot into something that can run a Windows game? If that's possible, even? The Steam Box, Valve's prototype.
Yeah, but if you're playing those games on Windows, you're just selling hardware. Your Steam OS is not getting any adoption.
I'm just like, I wonder, because all right, what are people going to play in the Steam OS beta? In the Steam Box beta, what are people going to play?
Well, there's like what 3,000 games right now that they said that are playable on the
There-
Steam box.
they
That's
said
counting the
three-
entire Windows catalog.
No,
though.
they
Streaming,
said
yeah.
they said there's 200 to 300 games runnable on the box itself, non-streaming. 200 to 300.
Yeah, and that's the
And
Linux
that
games
includes-
that have been announced
includes- yeah, that includes like indie
Yeah.
games and all that kind of stuff.
throughout
and then
history.
the streaming stuff, I believe, is still going to be there. Well, I'm interested. Actually, this brings up a good point. As long as we're talking about prototype versus retail version, back to the controller. The controller itself has the trackpad we've discussed, but it also has a touchscreen, a clickable touchscreen, which is new. I've never heard of a touchscreen that you can actually physically click. But the prototype is not going to have that touchscreen. It's only going to have 4 buttons in place of where the touchscreen is going to be. So that's interesting.
Well,
I
the
think.
buttons that are going to be there are going to be editable by the game itself. It'll have like an
Yeah.
LED, and then it'll be a touch screen that you can click in on the corners, and it will display data from the game. And so I can understand not shipping that out. That's a pretty expensive controller.
That is a pretty expensive controller. It's true. I just feel like they're talking about in the announcement when they announced it. They're talking about when with the Wii U. There's a lot of moments where something's happening on the screen and you need to look down at the controller, and that distracts you from what's going on the big screen.
Yeah.
Dewey, I know you experienced that a lot when we were playing Rayman.
Yeah.
That was happening quite a bit. With the Steam controller, whenever you're doing something on the touchscreen here, it's going to pause the game and put that information on the big screen so as to not have that disconnect. You're going to be able to do all that. So I'm just curious if that's going to be such a large feature for this controller and for this box, how is it going to work with the prototype? Or is it just going to be like, they're just going to be like, yeah, well, we're going to put that same information on the screen. You're just going to have to imagine that it's there on the
The
touch
controller's
screen.
not a benefit for the box, right? Because the controller's usable with just Steam and Windows.
It's true. Yeah.
That's a fair point. For the record, I do want to take just a moment to say this about the controller. If on a first-person shooter, I can if I have the precision to land a headshot, and I have the sensitivity to whip a quick 180, I don't care whether I'm using a mouse or that. As long as I can
That's
do
true.
those two things, I can see it being a replacement for a mouse.
No more tap RB to do a quick 180.
Right.
Left 4 Dead.
Right.
Just you can do that with your thumb.
Yep. Well, I mean, the whole
Yeah.
point is that like quick 180s are sort of like console
Cheating.
game makers not really getting the point. The point is that if somebody's in the top right corner of my screen, if I'm good at first-person shooters, I can snap my mouse in one movement and shoot them in the head immediately if I'm good enough. That's the point. And being able to do a quick 180 on a precise analog input device means I will have that same precision that allows me to shoot somebody in the corner of my screen that I just now saw. So it could absolutely replace keyboard and mouse. I'm really excited for it. I would love to get my hands on this thing.
I'm
Okay.
I'm waiting to see.
My only
that
criticism is
now.
with the Steam machines. The controller, it'll be interesting to see.
They said that next week
Steam OS, okay.
we'll be seeing the more specific details regarding the Steam box itself.
Can I see the box? For some reason,
I would imagine, like, I think what they said in the controller thing that next week that they'll be releasing stuff on the Steam forums detailing like I think the specs of the console itself.
It's
That's
see,
all.
it's
That's all
not the
good.
specs.
It's not the specs.
It's not the specs for me. It's the concept.
Okay.
For people that are really into PC gaming, why do you buy it? To put it on your TV? Well, if you're really that devoted to PC gaming, then your computer's probably by the TV, and you could just plug it in, and that's what everyone's.
Some people don't want to do that though. Some people they have their rig, and that's where they spend most of their time playing their single player games. But sometimes people want to invite friends over. They don't want to have to lug their TV or their PC into the living room so that they can enjoy their same content with their friends.
My thing is, I can see the value of a streaming device, a cheaper streaming device that's its only purpose. Because if you have a PC, then you have a cheap little device that has a little bit of power to it, but not enough to really play games on its own.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what
you
the
can stream games from
$100 Steam box will be.
So that's cool. I can see the purpose of
Yeah.
that. But for something that is supposed to be able to run games natively on it, I don't understand why someone would get that.
Rather than just building a computer and putting the Steam OS on it.
Yeah, the only thing would be that you're betting on over time people are going to have stronger and stronger PCs even with a console. So as like little kids in their families, right, they get more powerful computers, it'll be able to run games better, and so then you could buy it as a console and actually have it as a console. But I don't get the point.
I don't know. I feel like your concern is like 100% legitimate.
Yeah.
But I have confidence in like it's a very similar thing to the Respawn game, right? Like Titanfall. It's
Okay.
Titanfall is it looks awesome. It looks cool. There's maybe some things that at least for me I definitely have issues with, but I have confidence in Respawn. It's the same thing with this. Is like there are these issues and they're legitimate 100% issues. Like why would I buy another console that's going to be doing the same thing as my PC, like that I could be doing with my PC? Like why would I do that? And I would imagine that this question has floated around Valve. I mean, you've seen that. You've read the handbook. You know how they go about these things, and so that question should
Our audience
answered
probably
with-
hasn't read the Valve handbook though.
But I mean, they're very, they're not worried about basically they're not worried about time. They're not worried about money. They're just worried about making the best product they possibly can and
Right.
and answering all the questions that go with that. And there has to be someone, I would imagine, that has asked the exact same question that you are asking, Zach. And I would imagine that they have an answer for that. And maybe it just, we don't
And they didn't put that out there in their announcement. Why?
right away.
What's the point? What in
Right.
their announcement?
I mean, when I go to a site like Rock Paper Shotgun and read articles on this, that's what the comments are filled with. No one understands the point of this. And if you're a console gamer, what is really the point if you don't have a PC already?
Mm-hmm.
What is the point?
I mean, I guess the
Yeah,
point would be that you could buy one of the other PC boxes that NVIDIA or AMD or whoever Alienware is going to be making, and then you can play PC games on your computer. That's the point. When you buy the box that can play the games.
But
by
if you're a
itself.
console gamer, that's what you do.
Yes,
You're not a PC gamer.
right.
There's no reason to switch. You would just get the PS4 or the Xbox One. There's not because
Well,
you
unless,
can play PC games. If I was so into
Well,
PC,
we don't know how much. I mean, what if this thing costs $100 and it's equivalent to a high-end PC?
then it won't.
I mean,
It's not.
well,
Right.
okay, but it's
You lose
not,
so much
it's not-
money.
You're not gonna get that. But also, you got the people that want to play PC games, but that's a time investment. Researching that's a money investment with all the parts you have to buy to build your PC and the building of your PC itself. If you're not gonna go to Best Buy or someplace and just buy a cheap, crappy, out of the box PC, that's a lot of time, money, and research you spent, and not that many people want to do that. So if this is a PC that they know is going to work out of the box and it's going to play their games well and not be, loaded with
It's as easy as
middleware
so
and
where
a whole
you
bunch
you
of
know
crap. I think that could be a viable thing. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think the four of us might not be interested in something like that. The four of us might want to take the time and research and look up how to build a good gaming PC, but not everyone's going to want to do that, especially people that are used to console gaming.
So
That's fair.
Dewey's talking about things being cheap. The consoles end up cheap because Sony, Microsoft, they subsidize it.
Mm-hmm.
A
PS4 is
hardware
not
company
subsidized.
A hardware company is not going to subsidize the product unless they get money back with software. And
Which
that's
they
gonna be a
won't.
right.
Yeah.
So it's not you're not going to get something that's like a high-end PC for really cheap, much cheaper than you'd expect, unless it's subsidized, which it won't be, unless Valve does it, unless Valve takes the hit that it's an officially licensed Steam box, and
I
they
mean,
care
I
that much
wouldn't
about
put
it.
it past Valve to do that. It's that is not something that if Valve did, I mean, I obviously would be very happy about, but I wouldn't be 100% surprised because it's not like they haven't. To me, obviously, I may be biased, but Valve has gone out of their way to be good guys to their community. Like, they will do whatever they can for their community to make it better and more affordable for them. I mean, the Steam summer sales and that kind of stuff, that opportunity that they present the community and the developers. I don't know. I feel like them taking a big hit on the console, and I don't know.
So
I don't see this.
But
I
I mean,
don't-
Valve's not going to be the one manufacturing the vast majority of the consoles. They've already mentioned that they're opening this up to third parties by and large. So those third parties will have to be manufacturing the consoles at a profit. Which, if the performance gains are there, like maybe the answer is that I can have a gaming PC for Windows down here, and I can spend $300 and get something that has as good of graphics upstairs. And if the controller's good enough, I'm sold. You've already told me enough. If I can spend $300, play games that have better graphics than my PC upstairs on my big TV, I'm sold. I won't move my desktop upstairs because I like having it here. I like having my mouse and keyboard for typing, going on the internet, and being able to play things like MMO where you're going to be integrating that with your gameplay experience a lot. There's no way that you're going to get me to play League of Legends on this box, period, because I need to be able to communicate with my team. And text is the only way to do that.
And plus, it's Valve, so Dota, but
Right. right. It has voice chat, right? But if you can have me play first-person shooters up on my TV and have me be impressed with the graphics, have me be impressed with the price and the input mechanism, I'm all over this box. So I think that's like, I think it's actually kind of brilliant. I think it's going to work out for him.
There's a lot of people out there, like Ramus, saying that they're looking to buy a gaming PC because they want to play some PC games that just aren't out on the console, which obviously now is a lot less of a factor than it used to be, but still, like, I can't honestly. Guild Wars 2. I don't know. We'll say that. Like, let's say
Civ 5. And they're talking about how RTSs and things like that are going to be like normally on a controller. They would not be something you want to play, but because of the new inputs that they have on their magical solve everything problems controller, that it's going to be
and
good to play.
These people that would like to get into PC gaming don't play on a laptop. Why?
I'm assuming
They
because
have no
they
computer at
don't
all?
feel like their laptop is going to run these games at the specs they want them to run at.
Okay, so then
And
they'll
that's-
only be able to play Linux games.
Yeah, but who says that in the
For-
future that developers won't be developing stuff for Linux games
Right, they're
because of
absolutely
this?
yeah. The Steam's or Valve has already said that they are working with
Wait, a laptop's
developers,
just
with hardware and software.
a laptop's just not a good gaming solution. They're
No, it's
incredibly expensive to have good specs to get good graphics. The input device is horrible. You don't want to use a mouse on the arm of your sofa. That's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is.
Ubisoft, okay? Ubisoft already doesn't want to put games on the PC. It's always delayed. And they're going to put their games on Linux all of a sudden at launch?
If there's a user base there, yes, they will.
Grand Theft Auto
What about Grand
isn't on PC yet,
Not yet.
but it's going to be on Linux at launch. So anyone who wants to play those type of games are going to get a console.
Who says in the future that won't be different? Because maybe it becomes easier to develop for Linux. I don't know. I'm not a developer.
Yeah, but that puts a lot of faith in Valve to advance tremendously, and a lot of unfaith that Sony and Microsoft won't develop themselves at all.
True.
Like it'll become much easier in the future for Valve, but Sony and Microsoft will be stagnant over those years and do nothing to enhance their experience at all with their consoles.
So Zach has a point, which is that Valve has now committed to launching it's not a console, it's not one box, but it's a console archetype, an operating system that you can develop consoles for, and they're launching it in the face of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I actually had that wrong. The PlayStation 4 is being sold at a loss. The Xbox One is not being sold at a loss. But I mean, regardless, when somebody's selling at a loss, how can you expect to have performance that's going to trump that? It is still a very weird move, and I could definitely see adoption starting off as I'm willing to dual boot my gaming PC just to have better graphics on my games. I love gaming. I'm totally willing to do that. And then as adoption of the operating system builds and technology gets cheaper, hardware gets cheaper, suddenly, like, maybe 2 years down the road, now hardware manufacturers can sell at a profit something that gives better graphics than the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and before the next console generation can take hold, this starts to be a problem for them, because technology gets cheaper over time, and we're seeing something that, instead of being hindered by Windows, has massive performance improvements. So maybe that's how Valve can actually, like, go down this road and actually be successful in a way that sort of does compete with two freaking titans of console generation. It's not like Microsoft or Sony suck at what they do.
Well, and I mean, like,
Plus
when the
Half-Life 3.
Xbox came onto the market, it was dominated completely by Sony and Nintendo, right?
Well, the Xbox, the original. I'm assuming you're talking about the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay, the original Xbox actually gained a lot of ground, honestly, because of the Halo series. It did, but you're talking
online.
about
I would say that it was online play that really. I mean,
that too.
Well, Halo Online.
Yeah, Halo 2.
2 online.
Halo 2. It was so good. It was so good. You had a sword.
You're trying to make a comparison against the PS2, which is like the best-selling anything. Like, it's hard to compete with that. Maybe the DS has eclipsed that by now. I'm not sure, but
possibly.
I mean, it's really apples and oranges as far as that's concerned. Plus, the Xbox came out like 2 years after the PS2, so it was a bit more technically advanced at the time. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, this console generation, you saw the complete opposite. Sony, I mean, not worldwide. Sony has technically done better worldwide, but in America, Sony has gotten crushed by the Xbox 360. So I don't know.
Well, I guess I'm just saying this, like, the Xbox came into the market as, there's no backing there other than what Microsoft had already had on the PC, and they managed to gain a significant ground to the point of where it's Xbox, Sony, or Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo right now that are the competitors in the market. And
I think there's something to say about standardization. Having a bunch of Steam boxes is going to be confusing for parents.
Yeah, I
don't want to put that time into it. Does this Steam box run this game? So I do. I mean, like, okay, it's an early adopter program.
Yeah.
For people that like it.
Yeah, I kind of question that myself. I don't see how they're going to make this sellable, or attractive to moms and dads and people like that who don't have all the time in the world to research these things, or just flat out don't care enough to research them. And I don't see them buying like looking at a list of all of these are Steam boxes, but they're all different. I don't see that appealing to them.
And if they're not competing, well, then it's just a competition against Windows, and then whatever.
So
Then it's just like really long tail.
So Steam OS on PS4.
One day maybe it'll be successful. One day maybe it won't.
All right, so this is actually very similar to the original Xbox. The original Xbox I still see as a failure. I don't know if Microsoft made money or lost money on it, but my feeling is that on the hardware they lost a ton of money. And that they might not have made it up on the software, but they learned a ton about what it takes to make a console in the process, and they gained brand recognition in terms of making a console. And so maybe Valve has come up with a move that allows them to not release something like the Xbox 360 and actually have it be successful, but allows them to instead have hardware manufacturers iterate and make more and more powerful hardware for the same price. Like, you know, maybe your kid can just say, buy me a $300 Steam box, and 2 years down the road, that ends up being strictly superior to a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One. And now suddenly, like, it's like, okay, well, it kind of makes sense. Or the kid can research it himself if that's something that he's passionate about, or something. I think you're still right. There is still research that's involved, but maybe it's not too much for people to bear.
But I mean, it's like the same. Like parents nowadays will be like, "Well, here, I'll give you a PS3, and then all of a sudden, I'm giving you Halo 4. Like here, they
Right.
can work, right? Like there's
Right,
parents that still do that.
You wanted gaming, and I got you gaming, and then I got you a game for your gaming, and then now you can't game on it? What's the
Why
problem?
doesn't your Nintendo work on your Nintendo?
Yep.
Well,
Like that's how some people see that still. Yeah.
yeah. My family is not exactly technically literate. No one's ever made that mistake because the kid's smart enough to say, I want this game for PS2. Kids are smart enough to do that.
Some
And
kids are.
The issue is not the issue is disparity within hardware, not buying the games. You have a bunch of models. Which one do you get?
This is my speculation, but I would imagine that
Also, Xbox
the
launched very
GameCube
successfully.
It made
Well-
money.
Well, it launched very successfully. It sold more in its first 3 months, I think. I'm reading than the GameCube, PS3, Wii U, and even the PS2. So it launched very successfully.
It launched
Decided to set that up.
successfully. That's still, like, I don't know. It's still
Yeah,
not quite the question I'm looking for. Like, did that console generation make money for Microsoft is actually my question. I think what I've actually heard is that Xbox Live lost them money. That they spent more money building infrastructure for servers than they made back in costs on Xbox Live. Or something like that. But I could still be wrong about that. But there is something about that, like, it was just simply Microsoft learning how to do it right. Something about the Xbox, it was just Microsoft learning how to do it right. And that was in itself worthwhile.
It seems to me that they want to take on Windows more than the console makers.
maybe.
Like,
They're never gonna.
they don't like Windows.
But
So they want to take PC gamers from Windows. Like, you're not going to win against Windows against the common folk, but they want the PC people to follow them to SteamOS Linux. That's their goal.
Yeah.
they're giving away the
Sometimes
OS
that's
for
all it
free.
takes.
I don't know why they don't like Windows. That was their
Sometimes-
first thing, is that look at this new operating system that you don't have to deal with Windows.
Yeah, but
They're,
a lot
they're going after Microsoft, not the consoles and their messaging.
a lot of trends lately have been following the PC gaming crowd. If you think about it, like they are those early adopters. The HD TVs would not be big right now if it weren't for people willing to spend $3,000 on HD TVs back in the day. You know, it's that kind of same mentality now. The PC gamers are going to, really, hopefully for Valve, usurp Windows and go over to Linux, and then people are going to go, shit, there's a lot of people using Linux right now. We need to do something and support that because we're losing money from all the people who aren't using Windows anymore, and then Linux will grow, and perhaps that will be the new standard.
I'd like to make a
that's
trollish. I would like to make a trollish comment.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we
Good.
probably take a break. That how do you like not being able to return games. Everyone, go Steam. They're so much better than Microsoft. Bitches. Everyone made a huge stink about
I'm confused.
Everyone made a huge stink about the Xbox One used games, and Valve's making a console, and that's gonna be completely okay.
There's a bit of disparity there where if you've played games, no, I'm being serious. If you've played games on Steam and that's what you are comfortable with, you know that is a download only structure. You do not expect to get any money back from your games once you're done with them. That's what Steam is. Xbox, up until their announcement, was not that. That was a buy a disc from a store, play it. If you don't want it anymore, you can sell it and get a new game. They changed what they were, or they tried to.
Exactly, and Valve didn't change what they
Valve
were because they're not
changed a
trying
thing.
to compete with the console space. They're trying to offer an alternate product for
I
the
love
PC
how
space.
I'm sure Valve or Microsoft right now is like, God damn it, Valve! This is what we were trying to do, but we can't because we already made that mistake of pre-owned games.
All right. Well, let's take a commercial break, and we'll be back soon.
All right, see you guys soon. Stolted.
Down
Penis.
with Valve.
That is a 2-minute and 30-second commercial break. I'm gonna go pee real quick, and I'll be right back.
Yep.
Penis.
Also, come with a topic.
Penis.
Well,
Do we
how
not
long
wanna
has
just
it
go
been?
into questions? It's been
Yeah, I
a
was
good 2
thinking,
hours. We've been
Well,
doing this for...
I think we probably it's been about an hour because we
I
were in this.
know.
No, we were in the Skype call for a long time before we started.
Yeah, but I thought we'd started at like 3:11 and it's now 5:11. I thought. I could be wrong.
When did I send this? No, we started much because I sent in Google Hangouts watching video at 3:30. And that was when I was watching my video, so we probably started around 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we've pretty much taken care of everything relevant. I think we could probably
Go over the questions.
go to questions soon, unless somebody has an epiphany or something interesting to talk about. For all those of you watching Dewey and I talk because you either have a Twitch Prime,
Twitch Turbo.
Twitch Turbo, sorry, or use AdBlock. Well, hi, how are you? And if you're using AdBlock, we talked about this last week. Don't do that. Stop it. Hurt my feelings, my wallet.
And you can disable that ad block for individual sites, and this helps support us. So doing that would be awesome if you disabled your ad block for us. There are also there could be a chance that somebody like people who are in different countries may not.
Are you in a different country watching me? Well, bienvenidos. I assume they don't have advertisements in Spain. so-
Okay.
I only know bienvenidos from BioShock. I didn't know that was a word before BioShock.
Does that mean
Bienvenidos.
farewell?
Are we live, Tom?
I don't know.
Are we live? How do you tell when the commercial ends?
The commercial is done. Well, wait, did you see? Oh, I think you clicked a commercial. I also clicked a commercial.
Oh, my.
How long was yours? 2
2
minutes.
for
30?
1.
Did you click commercial, Tom?
I did, yes.
Okay. It'll probably last for like another 15 seconds or so.
All right.
Ah.
Does anyone have other topics?
No.
No, I think me and Raymond discussed. We'll probably go. We've been going for like a good hour.
Okay, we could do some questions
Yeah.
now, and because I don't really
A few-
have
a few
anything
questions.
else.
I'm leading off though when we come back.
All right.
Phew.
I think you can go. I think we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be back.
So I have to summarize my viewpoint of my anti-Valve stance very briefly for everyone. I am bitter, number one, because of Left 4 Dead 2
Hmm.
and me hating Left 4 Dead 2's AI. It was the worst cooperative AI I've ever experienced in a game.
Mm-hmm.
And the Steam box just doesn't apply to me. I won't buy one. And I had high hopes, and it's a bunch of products that I don't have any use for. And the answer is it's not for you, and I'm just like, well, I'm not sure.
Let's all
I
just
could
go
s-
around. Don't argue with the person that talked before you, but just talk about what actually is this going to do for you? Are you going to get it?
Fuck
Are you
you,
going to
Zach.
buy it? Or swear at the person that came before you. I don't give a shit. Go for it.
I'll close off by saying I don't have anything against Steam OS, and I also have nothing against the Steam controller. It's just I don't have any use for a Steam machine.
I think a Steam machine could be beneficial for someone like me who does not own a gaming PC. I think it depends on how viable this actually is going to be. I want to buy a PC to have for, well, for gaming, but for also work. But if I can get around that by still working on my Mac and having a gaming PC that just plays games, that could be something that I could possibly be interested in. I'll have to wait and see, though, to see what comes of it.
I will
That's
for
me.
sure be installing Steam OS on my gaming PC. And I'll be playing games on that as soon as I possibly can. I'll probably even buy the controller, at least just to give it a shot. It looks like it has serious promise. Raymond?
Because this is a different operating system, theoretically, you could install this operating system onto a Mac computer? Is that?
Maybe. Macs are more locked down than IBM compatible computers are. I have no idea. It's only recently that you could boot Windows from a Mac computer, and I have no idea.
Okay, just throw that out there
Maybe.
as a question.
Maybe. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I want to see what graphics can look like when you push your hardware to its limits and unhinder it from its OS. And Windows does take up a lot of system resources, and I'm curious to see what you can do when there's something that's optimized for something that's a lot slimmer, like Linux. And I'll be installing that. I probably won't buy a box, though. I will probably get the controller and install the operating system, and I probably won't get a box to attach to my TV. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I think right now, as it stands, I don't really have any need for the box. I would much rather just install the OS on my operating or on my computer, get the controller, and see how that works out. But that being said, it's really early. There's still things. Valve could change things about this. They have not revealed every detail about it. In fact, there's bare minimum of details revealed about the box and the OS itself. So I want to see where they go with it and see if they can give me a reason to purchase the box as opposed to just having the operating system. So that's pretty much where I stand with that.
All right.
We're going to
So
pop
now-
into questions then?
Yeah.
I think we should pop into viewer questions. Yes, indeed.
So if you guys haven't been here before, while we're doing this, you guys just shoot a bunch of questions in the chat and we'll answer
Shoot them
as
all
many as
over
we
me.
can.
Some
Just
of
shoot
them
'em all
yes,
over me.
we'll capriciously choose which ones that we should answer. What are your favorite bands and songs? Ooh, I really like Incubus still. I still really like Incubus. And recently I've been playing the Pandora Station for Aqueous Transmission, which is just a really chill Incubus song.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
a
really
good
chill.
song.
But I like the entire Make Yourself album. Everything off of there is golden.
Yeah, it's pretty much good, just across the board. Tom, I like you. Did I ever tell you that?
You have, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bach.
Bach.
Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yes.
He's pretty good. I've heard he's pretty decent.
That was funny. That was at the comedy show. The guy asked, "Does anybody know Bach?" And it's like, I'm pretty sure all of us knew, but none of us raised our hands because it's like this is
I'd raise
awkward.
my hand. I'd have been like, for real, Johann's my dude, dog.
I am Bach.
I recently read Gödel Escherbach, which is a great book about consciousness and artificial intelligence, if anyone's wondering about that. Things that have to do with Bach.
I don't want to be mean, but I don't think anybody was wondering about that.
You don't wonder about consciousness or artificial intelligence, Raymond? Your life is meaningless.
I'm curious. Everyone knows my favorite bands. Dewey, so what's your favorite band / song? Curious.
It's a very difficult thing for me to say because I, for the most part, have a affinity towards all music. I would say that I stray away mostly from heavy rap, heavy metal, and
Dewey doesn't like things that are heavy.
country.
Heavy.
Like some
But,
light.
but I don't know. I guess I recently I've been listening to. There's like this playlist on Spotify that is Reddit's most top 100 most beautiful songs ever. And those include songs like "To Build a Home," "Claire de Lune," and that kind of stuff. Like just really elegant music and that kind of stuff. So I've been listening to a lot of that. But I'll more or less listen to anything. I'll listen to Katy Perry, Green Day, Smash Mouth. Like there's not like I sometimes I'll live stream and I'll have like the chat pick music for me, and I'll just like, here, throw it in the chat, and I'll look it up and add it to a playlist. And there's some weird shit that people listen to. Like it's isn't necessarily bad, but I don't really understand what's going on right now. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Two Steps from Hell is pretty good.
All right.
Everything by them ever.
They make good soundtrack type
Part
music.
of Courage.
Disney music. Cannot forget about Disney music.
Oh, this is a topical one. Favorite GTA player? I think that they mean character,
Raymond.
though.
I'm your favorite GTA player.
Yes.
Right, Raymond is my favorite GTA player as well.
Raymond.
But character, I'd Franklin.
Raymond.
We discussed this. I am the amalgamation of Trevor, Franklin,
Yep.
and Michael. I am your favorite GTA character.
Oh, as well.
You want to know what mine is?
Sure.
Chop.
Since you yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite GTA character is the Truth. Unless we're talking about actual playable characters, then I haven't beaten Grand Theft Auto 5 still, so I still have to go with CJ for now.
Oh.
We'll see if that changes. I don't know. I doubt it, but we'll see. But the Truth, my favorite character.
Word. And
I was-
Zach does not have a real answer. It's just Raymond.
Or Trevor.
Trevor's pretty fantastic. That dude is fun to watch.
Wow.
It's just fun to watch him work.
Alright.
I got questions.
Don't answer that one. That one's
Tom and Dewey, what are your top
Yeah, I said
five
don't answer that one.
League of Legends champions?
What's the ultimate question? Can an open world game
Oh
be
god.
bad?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I've ever told
Yes.
you about a game called Saints Row. That game can be bad.
But is it open world?
It is.
Because we feel that an enjoyable experience of exploring the world is core to a game being open world. And
Just-
therefore, an open world game cannot be bad. No bad game can ever be open world. Well, what do you think, chat? We don't care. Just ask us more questions.
And by we think that it's me and Tom.
Yes, that's
I
entirely
think
us.
what happened with that conversation, it was like a heated debate, and I don't know about Raymond, but like for the first 30 minutes, I was like talking about getting really into it. Then I stopped caring, and Tom and Zach continued talking.
just kept
about it.
on
For like
going.
48
Kept arguing
hours.
for the entire day.
Yeah, no, it was like all of PAX. It was a multiple day affair. What is our favorite non-sandbox game? I would say League of Legends, and if I had to select a single player game, I'd have to think about it and let other people answer.
Okay, first of all, Fallout 3 is still technically sandbox, right? Or is it? Is it?
Yeah, I would say it is.
I'd say
but-
sandbox.
It's open world, but is it sandbox?
Home Alone for Sega Genesis.
No, that game was awful. Oh my god, that game is
Where
practically
the hell did you pull that out of?
Practically unplayable. Oh my god.
Because it's my favorite. It's my favorite
I
game,
would-
Dewey.
I would have to say Portal 2. Portal 2.
It's good.
That's-
That's good.
If I had to choose a non-competitive game, it would be Dark Souls. Duh.
There's been
Uncharted
so many good ones. I don't know if I can pick a favorite, like, non-sandbox because there's so many good ones. Last of Us, Zach, you said Uncharted 2, Bioshock Infinite, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Like, those are 5 off the top of my head. I don't know if I can just pick one of those 5. There's probably others out there as well that are, really, really freaking
Ren's
good.
getting robot-y.
I just...
Is Pokemon open world?
Yes.
Is it?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
It's open world. Pokemon is not sandbox, but it is open world.
Okay, so non-sandbox game, Pokemon Red.
Well played.
gold.
Well played.
Pokemon Red or Gold. Shit.
Oh, pick one. Yellow.
Pokemon Gold.
Pokemon Yellow.
Red.
Clutching on to my Grand Theft Auto 5 key for strength right now. It's bringing me sustenance.
What's your favorite genre? I don't actually know this one for all of us.
Action adventure, third person action adventure. That's easy for me.
Sports.
Sport. Why don't we do sports games, Zach?
Keep it to myself.
That's
Guilty
his secret
pleasure.
baby.
Guilty
I
pleasure.
would have to agree with Raymond saying action adventures. Maybe not action adventure. Maybe not particularly third person, but action adventure. Like, give me a good action adventure with a beautiful storyline. That's all. That'll be a wonderful game.
I was also going to agree with Raymond for action adventure, but it seems so dull now.
I got it. I got it where it counts, Tom. Okay.
I'm gonna shift it up just slightly and go with action RPG. I like to get more powerful as the game progresses, and be able to define who my character is to some extent. So that's the distinction to me between action adventure and action RPG, and I will give it to action RPG.
Alright. I also enjoy those if you count like really basic RPG elements like the stuff in San Andreas or even in Grand Theft Auto 5 or I would count like I don't know Assassin's Creed the first one wasn't really an RPG but you did upgrade your weapons as the story progressed so there's that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Oh, this is a grand question.
Oh God.
If you
I
can
like it.
bring an old school game up to next gen console standards, what would it be?
Home Alone.
For the Sega Genesis.
Wait, I thought it was
the
Home
Lion
Alone
King?
2.
Not the Lion King for Sega
I think
Genesis.
it's Home Alone,
Zach?
right?
All right.
No, I didn't. I care about that one. Home Alone.
Well,
Or Bubsy. Bubsy.
Old school. So what qualifies
Bubsy's
as
good.
old school?
Does this count as old school? Because I think this one.
If that
should
counts
work.
as old school, then I have my
Let's go with
answer.
Let's go with N64, PlayStation 2, Xbox, or older. So let's
Okay,
not current
so-
gen basically. So San Andreas.
Yeah, that one there.
It's an incremental improvement.
I'd be happy with that. Yeah. Or I think Splinter Cell Chaos Theory technically has an HD version. I have not played it though.
Oh.
Because I ordered it off of Amazon like a year ago, and they fucked up my order.
So-
I love them still, but they fucked up my order. I never got the game.
So does it have to be like the same style of game, or can I go with something like Pokemon Red, but how I want it to be played?
Oh, go on. Do go on, sir.
I want it to be played
God.
like full MMO, exploring the world. You can go around and like you control your Pokemon, and they have moves like in like when you throw your Pokeball out there, all of a sudden your fucking Pikachu, like well not actually,
Why am I fucking Pikachu?
but your
Uh-oh.
Pikachu, you run around. You can like press like 1,
Complete
2, or
freedom.
whatever that kind of stuff, and battle things or like skill shots and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I want, not just the turn-based combat and that kind of stuff, which
So-
is fine, but not as much as I want.
Turn Pokemon into an action game is what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes,
Ooh.
Action.
there was actually
No
a,
RPG elements.
there was a indie developer that started developing something like that they had just a very basic demo of it. It was like probably the size of Pallet Town that you could walk around. You could throw a Pokemon. They had probably 10 Pokemon in there. You go around, battle, and do stuff like that. And it was like the most fun I've had with a Pokemon game in a really, really long time. And it was glitchy, but it was a lot of fun. And obviously that's going to be taken down as soon as it gets any wind because that's just what Nintendo does. But it that would be the ideal game. I can't even remember what it was called now. Let's see if I can find it real quick, but I don't know. Other people can talk to.
That's very unfortunate. I'm gonna go with Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with a dream come true because I'm gonna go with Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is coming out now on 3DS. And if it were just an HD remake of Zelda: A Link to the Past, I would be with it. Raymond, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I'm thinking of buying a 3DS. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get one once the Pokemans comes
Ooh.
out.
I got to play it at
But-
PAX, man. It's legit. It's really good. I was like a single solitary tear may have shed as soon as I started actually playing it. Yeah, it was good.
It'd be good. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone else see any questions they would like to answer?
Would you buy a Saints Row GTA crossover with interactive script clubs and over-the-top weaponry? No. Fuck that.
Raymond speaks for MediaCast.
All right. I think so. I think that's our official stance. And I think that will conclude
Keep them
this
separate.
this episode, Podcow 4 Extreme Edition. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.